Hello everyone, it's me Simply Smiling, ready to cook again today. Today I'm going to prepare my breakfast. I'm going to prepare some oatmeal pancakes. Now you can buy oat flour if you want. You can use actually any type of flour you want to use, but I'm going to make my own oat flour out of regular rolled oatmeal. Now I've already measured off what I need. I'm going to start with 2 cups of regular rolled oatmeal. We're going to drop that in the blender, the Ninja, the food processor, whatever gadget you have to get it dusted up, like regular flour, so that we'll be able to use it. While this is doing this, I'm going to already preheat my griddle, get it nice and hot. So you want to add your oatmeal and get it poached and get it going to make your own oat flour. Okay, now you can use any type flour that you want to use. I like using the oatmeal. I like the taste and the texture of it. And I just like making my own. Always cover your container because it'll make a dusty residue. And you don't want that all over the house. And you just grind up the oatmeal. Okay, and there you have your flour that you're going to use as the base for your oatmeal. And I'm going to pour that back into my bowl. Now, sometimes I like to leave little chunks of the oatmeal in here, but I see I blended it all the way. Sometimes the little chunks give the oatmeal pancakes more of a good texture. And you can see this is dusted out like flour. So that's your base, that's your oatmeal. To this, I'm going to add, I've already measured my spices. I'm going to add in 1 tablespoon of baking powder. I use the aluminum-free type, just for safety reasons. And also 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of ginger. If you have nutmeg is another good flavor. You can actually add the nutmeg as well. You want to continuously check your griddle because, once you put something on here, it's ready to go. So I turned it down just a little bit. So I'm going to add in all my seasonings. You stir up your dry seasonings like so. And then you add that to your oatmeal flour mixture like that, okay? So we're going to just incorporate all these goodness together. It's smelling really good. And just stir that up together. Get it mixed up and get it really blended. Okay, you're actually going to end up stirring the rest of your product. There's no need to use a high blender or mixer from this point. Then I'm going to add in, I start with maybe 1/4 cup of milk. And I use my almond milk that you're familiar with. I use this almond milk. Okay, and once again, too, you can use as much milk as you want to use. And you just stir that up. Use whatever type of milk, that you want to use. That's your preference. Okay, and get that batter stirred and going. If your batter appears to be too thick, of course, you can add more. I start with the 2 cups of oat flour, so I try to make sure that my batter is consistent enough for patting and flipping. So you don't want your batter to be too loose. Okay, smelling so good. To this, you add your egg. Now, I use the just egg. You can use 1 large regular egg. I'm going to actually use a tablespoon of my egg product. And then you add that in. Like I said, if you're using 1 egg, you use 1 large egg. Not a small, not a medium. And you just stir that up like so. Okay. While I'm stirring this, I'm going to go ahead and add my oil to my skillet. Now, your oil is your preference. You can use avocado oil, you can use oil spray, you can use coconut oil, which is what I'll be using. You can use olive oil even, whatever type oil you want to use. Actually, I'm going to use olive oil. I'm just going to drizzle a little bit of that onto my skillet. Just a little bit. I'm doing the whole skillet because I'm going to add something alongside my pancakes as well. Okay. Continuously stir. Okay, and then you want to just be able to check your batter and make sure that it's consistent enough like pancakes. You know how pancakes are supposed to be. So I'm going to add just a little bit more of my pre-measured milk I may not use the whole 1.5 cups of the milk, but I have that ready just in case I need it. I must say oatmeal flour is a little bit thicker than your regular pancake flour, so you want to make sure you have enough. This is looking so much better here. Then I'm going to just take it with my spatula wise and just drop it on to the hot skillet, like so. Now the size of your pancake depends on how big you want them. Of course, that's your preference. And I'm just going to drop them on. And they're starting to sizzle. The way to tell your pancakes are cooking is, of course, is the bubbles that form around the edge of the pancake. And you know also at that time it's time to flip them over as well. Okay, and just continually drop. Well, let's just go here. And I kid you not, their smell is so good. I'm an oatmeal lover. If you're an oatmeal lover, this is perfect for you. And it's just another alternative to having regular oatmeal in the morning if you want it hot and flavorful. I like to get all of that out of here because I want to eat it all, as you know me. So we're just going to let those cook and brown. You can continuously pat them round. They're nice and round and smelling good. You can also buy oat flour. If you don't want to make your own oat flour, I always look for curves when I'm cooking, ways to make it happen. And so that's smelling real good. You can actually smell the cinnamon and the ground ginger. And I don't know if I mentioned it, but of course you can add nutmeg. You can add any type of flavoring that you like for your regular pancakes. You can even add some brown sugar if you want, or some honey in the batter mix. Okay, so these are browning. And they're looking really good. Okay. Now, on the side, I'm going to add a scrambled egg. I have here my egg ready to go. I'm just going to stir it up while those are cooking. So I'm going to have eggs as well with my breakfast this morning. And it's going to be yummy. So they're bubbling around the edges. I think I'm going to always start to flip the one that I put on here first. That way I kind of know the order of my pancakes. I know which ones are cooking. And they're easy to lift like so and just flip. Flip and pat, of course. And they're smelling really good. Okay, just flip and pat. Always make sure they're ready to flip. That one wasn't quite ready. But I'm going to get my egg ready. Now I'm going to add just a little bit more of olive oil. Now you notice I'm not measuring my olive oil. I just put a drizzle on here. You know, I will make an allowance and count the points for my olive oil. But I'm going to put my egg here in the corner. Okay, just stir that up really good. Actually, let's go to this corner. I have more room. And just drop your egg mixture on there like so, and you're cooking your whole breakfast together. Now, normally I don't use my skillet, this waffle pan, unless I have a lot of company coming over, because it can cook a lot of food on here. But since I want to show a presentation, I'm just going to use it this morning. Continue to monitor your pancakes and flip those. They are really looking good and yummy. And for presentation sakes, I try to make my pancakes as round as possible. Okay, and they're looking really good, really good. Egg is scrambling up. Now to top off my pancakes, they'll be done in a few minutes. They're looking really good. To top those off, I put strawberries. I'll dice up a banana for the top, and then I'll drizzle, of course, with my usually 1 teaspoon of my maple syrup, but today I'll use 2 teaspoons since I'm going to do a stack presentation. Okay, so the egg is scrambling and the pancakes are about done. It does not take long. That's one thing about this oat flour. It does not take long to cook. And once they cook, you're going to enjoy them. They're yummy and they're delicious. I'm going to actually get ready to plate. Let's see what we have here. So I've already sliced up my strawberries here on my presentation plate. I'm going to go ahead and get my oatmeal pancakes off the griddle. Be careful lifting them because they are, you know, they're hot because they're coming off a hot griddle. Watch that scrambled egg. And on your egg, you can fix as many eggs as you want. Of course, everything's always your preference. Okay? Like so. And we're just going to stack a couple of the pancakes for the presentation. How about that? And I'm going to arrange my egg on the side. The griddle can be turned off at this point. We're done with it. I love using the griddle too. It's large, but it's easy to clean up. It does not take a lot to clean it up because it's Teflon. I love Teflon products. Get all of my egg. Okay, and then we're going to, like I said, slice it with a banana on the top. So this is yummy. Of course, with pancakes, I'm going to use a half of a banana or less. With pancakes, you can add to the top what you want to add. Everyone has their flavor preference. I like bananas on mine. I like a lot of bananas, as you probably noticed, and I like strawberries. Those are my two add-on preferences when preparing breakfast. I want to get these to where you can really see them. And as far as my maple syrup, get that open here. And get my teaspoon of that. I'm going to start with 1 teaspoon. Of course, if I need to add more, you know me, I will. And just drizzle it. I'm going to go ahead and do 2 because they're looking so yummy. Just drizzle that on like so. Now, here are my oatmeal pancakes made with oat flour, topped with a banana and drizzled with maple syrup. Enjoy, and they're my scrambled eggs. Enjoy your breakfast, and I will take a picture and send it to you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful morning. Goodbye.